For the last few years, Errol Spence Jr. has been one of the most feared fighters in the welterweight division. So much so that at times he's had trouble finding an opponent. But 18 months ago, during Spence's IBF title defense against Lamont Peterson, then lightweight Mikey Garcia conceived of a plan to persuade everyone in his corner that he could take on the undefeated Spence.
Everybody thought I would be just, speaking, talking just because I wanted to throw a name out there. But I was serious. I was always serious. Errol Spence is that person right now. Nobody else was willing to jump up and fight Errol. No one else is willing to challenge Errol Spence like that. I want to accomplish this. I want to be great. And in order to do that, I need to get through this man in front of me.
He's a perfect opponent because of his name. I mean, he's a 4-division champion. And, he's a great fighter, so I can't wait just to showcase at my home against a guy who's never been defeated before. This is the moment I've been waiting for. I got a perfect opponent, and I'm fighting on pay-per-view, so I can't wait.
How do you beat this man?
I got all the tools. I believe in myself. I got the right amount of speed, footwork, power, experience. I've done all my work to get ready for this fight, and I know that I can beat him.
Mikey Garcia is the only guy that's calling out your name. What was your reaction when you first heard that?
I respect him for that. I respect him for his ambitions and things like that. But, at the end of the day, he should listen to his coach, should listen to his brothers, and not took the fight and went somewhere else.
Errol, this guy crazy? Or is this guy crazy like a fox? What kind of vibes are you feeling coming off?
He's just confident. I mean, he's a true fighter. He's a real fighter. I mean, that's what he's supposed to be. I mean, it's like a mirror. I see myself in him. I mean, that's how I felt.
I've said that, too. I've said that, I see a lot of myself in the way he fights.
How so?
It is almost like a mirror. I've said that several times. When I compare in further detail, I also feel that I'm just a little bit better in every little aspect. A little bit better in timing, a little bit better in footwork, a little better in speed, a little bit better here and there. And that's what I believe that will help me overcome his size advantage that he holds over me.
I mean, it sounds good, but, a lot of stuff looks good on the outside until you get in there. I mean, I like his confidence. I admire his confidence. I want him to have that same confidence when we get in the ring and the bell rings. I mean, he thinks he has better footwork than me. Think he's faster than me. If I can get you out of there, I can end the night early and go home to my kids early. That's what I'm going to do, whether it's in the first round or the 12th round.
Yeah, I need someone like that to get out the best out of me, bring out the best out of me. I need some opponent just like you. Other opponents haven't really been able to challenge me enough. And in order for me to show the world what I can do inside of that ring, I need someone like you, and that's why I picked you.
Well, he wouldn't have to worry about that because I'm going to squeeze all the talent and skill out of them come fight night March 16th. So, it's not going to be on cruise control. It's not going to be, an easy victory for him.
I'm not worried that it would be. I'm not.
He doesn't have to, feel like that he hasn't used all his skills and his talent and his ability because he's going to need everything in his tank March 16th.
What do you see? What do you see in him that gives you this level of confidence?
It's not what I see that he doesn't do right. It's not something like that. It's more what I know, what I'm capable of doing that people still haven't seen out of me. And that's why I picked this fight, because I need this type of fight so that I can show the world the full Mikey Garcia, the full fighter that I am.
Is the best of Mikey Garcia enough to beat Errol Spence?
No, not at all. I mean, I respect his skills. I've been watching him for a long time. He has a lot of skills, has a lot of talent, but, I'm still that guy. I got a crazy amount of confidence, and I want to be the first person to give him his loss. So, I'm ready March 16th. Like I said, I'm going to put on a great performance, a great showing. I don't care what they're doing. I don't care, how he's been working with Snack and the different strength and conditioning exercises and all the supplements they've been taking. It's not going to matter March 16th.
Mikey Garcia has been dominant at 126, 130, and 135, and even won a title at 140. But his March 16th fight against title holder Errol Spence Jr. will take place at 147 pounds. It'll be the first time in his career that he's entered a title bout as an underdog. Spence, on the other hand, can cement his legacy as the next great welterweight.
Errol, we certainly know what's at stake for Mikey. This is daring to be great. This is legendary stuff. A title in your 5th weight division, potentially being called the pound-for-pound king with a victory over a guy like you. What's at stake for you in this, though?
A lot at stake for me. My IBF belt, you know, my recognition of, you know, being that guy in the welterweight division and being, you know, quote-unquote, the boogeyman in the division and just being the most feared man at 147. I want to fight the biggest name. That was the biggest name right now for me was Mikey Garcia. Nobody else wanted to fight me in the welterweight division or at 140 wanted to come up. He wanted it, so I accepted the fight, and it was an easy fight to make.
You know, we are both undefeated champions. You hardly see that in boxing right now. He could have picked someone else. I could have picked someone else. And we could have both been fighting separate guys, contenders. But that's not what he wants. That's not what I want. I want the biggest challenge, just like he wants the biggest challenge. I want the biggest fight so that I can catapult me to the next stage. And he wants the same thing. Like I said, that's just a recipe for a great fight.
Does he want it more than you do?
Definitely not. I mean, once they get in the ring and the bell rings, they start getting hit, they start getting punished, you know, the looks change. All the strength conditioning workouts and things like that, I've never seen a chin get stronger. So I think, you know, as soon as the first round he feel my power, he'll go into survival mode. And I'm not banking off power. I'm banking off, you know, boxing IQ. You know, I'm ready for anything he brings to the table. You know, this is like a game of chess. When he make a move, it's up to me to make a better move. And I know they think I'm looking over Mikey Garcia, but I'm definitely not.
I know I'm a better fighter, and that's what's going to separate us. And at the end of the night, I'm winning the fight. On fight night, March 16th, he's going to realize that it's not as easy as he thought. Oh, it's an easy night. No, it's not. It's not going to be an easy night for you. If not, it's going to be probably the best night that you've ever had when it comes to facing the best fighter. You know, it's going to be one of those big, great fights that you'll ever have. And you're going to realize that, damn, this kid wasn't just what I thought.
I don't ever assume nothing. Like, we trained for, you know, the biggest opponent. We trained for a guy. I'm not just going there and walk through him. I don't know if they think I'm a Antonio Margarito or, you know, some fighter. They just come
be a short night.
It could be a short night because I'm 24-0 with 21 knockouts. It could be a short night. If I catch you on the chin, it could be a short night.
I could catch you too.
You can
it could happen.
I'm gonna come right back.
I know it could happen.
Come right back.
I know it could happen.
And I'm gonna come right back. Like, it could be a short night if I catch him on the chin. Or if I catch him on a great
was going to be a short night.
Yeah.
You were saying it was going to be a short night.
Yeah, it could be a short night. I'm 24-0, 21 night. It will be a short night.
It could be a short night. You're right.
Yeah. If I catch you,
now you're changing.
If I catch you,
you're changing your words.
If I catch you, I'm putting you out. It was
going to be a short night.
If I catch you, I'm sparking.
Now you're saying if.
If I catch you, I'm sparking you. Well, and you know I will.
Let's see if you catch me.
Who doesn't catch you?
No.
You don't get caught?
No.
Slido caught you.
No. With what?
So I'm not fasting Slido.
You didn't drop me.
Slido always get dropped. What are you talking about? What's his record? He always get dropped. How many times Slido been dropped in his career?
He didn't drop me.
How many times Slido been dropped in his career?
And he was the best in the featherweight at that moment.
How many times he been dropped in his career? Yeah, you dropped him 4 times. Okay, many times. So what's new about that? What's new about him getting dropped?
You said he caught me.
You dropped me. You dropped me.
He caught me with the headbutt.
You dropped me.
He caught me with the headbutt.
I promise you, if I catch him, I'm sparking him.
No one's questioning his heart. No one's questioning his skill. But does he have the chin and power to compete with you at 47?
I don't know. We'll see when the bell rings. I mean, in my head, when I'm training for a fight, of course, I psych myself out and say, yes, he does have the power and the chin to, you know, take what I have, so I won't under-prepare. But we'll see in the first round, can he take my shot?
I'm prepared to do whatever it takes to win this fight. And when it comes on fight night on March 16th, inside that ring, I will be ready to do whatever it takes. Whether that means we go 12 rounds, whether that means it's a short night, if I have to fight on the inside, I have to try to push him back, if I have to, you know, be faster and be quick on my feet, whatever it takes to win this fight, I will be ready for it.
Between Errol Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia, the two fighters have a combined 63 victories and no losses. And so on March 16th, when the two will meet at Cowboy Stadium, it'll be a collision of two champions who don't know what it's like to lose.
All right, Errol, we talked about heart, talked about experience, but he said it. It's going to come down to the skills. What skills do you have when you match up against Mikey that will make you victorious on March 16th?
I have all the skills. I don't think, like he said, he has 39 fights, so if nobody brung out, you know, he has different skills and different talent that people are still waiting to see, then I'm waiting to see that too. You know, I have the skills. I think I have great footwork. I have great speed, great power. Have I needed to use my speed in any of my fights? No. Have I needed to use my footwork in any of my fights? No. Like he said, hopefully he bring out the best in me where I have to use angles and use my speed and use different movements. I have all that. I feel like I'm faster than him, I'm quicker than him, and I think better than him. So we'll see come fight night.
You have a response?
Well, he has the same thing that I said, you know. He has, it's like a mirror.
Okay, if it's like a mirror,
like
then how do you beat this guy?
I just see that I'm a little bit better in everything. Whether it's, like I said, the footwork or the timing, the speed, whatever it may be, I'm going to be a little bit better than he is. That's what makes this fight such a great fight. But I know that I'm a better fighter overall.
All right, I'll throw it out there. Who's got the speed advantage in this one?
Me.
Who's got the power advantage?
Me.
Defense?
Me.
Technique?
Me.
Heart?
Me. I have everything.
So, sounds like it's one-sided on this table.
I have everything. I have all the abilities to beat Mikey Garcia. When it comes down to grit, I have the grit too. When the speed fails, when the power fails, when the talent fails, when the boxing IQ fails, I have the grit.
Yeah, I let him talk right now.
When it's time to go into that mode, I have the grit. When it's time to be killed, I got that grit.
I let him answer that.
Get him.
That's the mindset that he has to have. I could say the same thing, but I'm gonna let my boxing do the talking on March 16th.
Well, he said he's gonna let his boxing do the talking, but every interview, they do nothing but interviews, and they do nothing but a lot of talking. He's always on interview on Ellie sat back and all these, I'm gonna do this, or I'm gonna do that, or he doesn't do this right, he doesn't do that right. I'm always watching. What I tell you, I'm always watching.
Look,
I'm always watching.
If the media comes to me and asks me questions, I'm gonna answer.
I'm always watching. Like I said, I always expect the unexpected. I'm always watching. I'm always looking. I'm always trying to find different things.
He's watching
Why
you.
wouldn't I?
He's listening.
Why wouldn't I?
What is something he said that's gotten under your skin on the build to this?
I ain't trash talking. I ain't saying, mean things or bad things about any of my opponents or you. But I'm gonna give them an answer. And I'm gonna give them the honest answer that I believe I'm a better fighter than you are. Okay. And I'm gonna keep saying that. And March 16th, like I said, my fist and my boxing will do that talking.
You gonna keep saying that, but you just said you weren't gonna talk anymore. You're gonna let me do the talking.
Right now,
what I'm telling you is you keep that same energy that you had when I'm not around you and I'm not present. Keep that same energy that you had when you do those interviews when I'm not around.
I'm a better fighter overall with better timing, better skills, better footwork. All these things I've said in interviews, and I'm telling you the same thing. That's how I feel. That's what I see.
Can't wait, March 16th.
If you win this fight, are you the best fighter in the world?
Well, I feel like I'm the best fighter in the world now. That's just my mentality. Overall, I'm the best fighter in the world. And it's not if I beat him, it's how I beat him. I gotta, put on a great performance to be considered one of the best, I feel like.
How does this fight end?
It can in different ways, but for me, I'm seeing, first of all, this is my hometown crowd. I mean, this is a dream come true for me just to fight at the Cowboy Stadium, fighting in my hometown with my hometown fans and family and everyone's in the crowd. But, they can't fight for us. I want to be a big name in the sport, and I feel like, this is not the ceiling for me, and once I beat him, I will become, that mega star, especially with the performance that I have in my mind that I'm going to give and I'm going to put out, March 16th.
I like the confidence. I know he sees himself as a great fighter. I know he sees himself as a better fighter, and that's what I want. I don't want to have an easy night against someone that goes down and takes a knee, because that doesn't excite me. That doesn't do anything for my legacy. That's not going to help my legacy. And I want this kind of fighter. I want this exact fighter so that he can get the best out of me as well. That's what I get from all this. I like this.
Final prediction.
I won this fight. It don't matter how, but I won this fight.
It's a nice old school fight.
Can't wait, fellas. 2 unbeatens, 2 of the best in the world. Saturday, March 16th, AT&T Stadium, Arlington, Texas, and live on Fox pay-per-view. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.